maybe this is a hot take, but today I'm going to talk about why Travis Kelce is the best match that Taylor Swift has ever had so far, coming from the perspective of someone who prides herself on knowing a lot about feminine versus masculine energy and really using it in their life. So, hello, I am not prepared for this video at all, but really quickly, my name is Amanda and I am a very busy working mom to 2 toddlers. I have a very full life and I pride myself on thriving in my feminine energy despite all the masculine demands in my life. And does that sound familiar? Can you think of anyone else who might have a lot of masculine demands in their life? None other than Miss Taylor Swift. Hello. If there's one thing to know about me, it's that I am a diehard Swiftie. So, do I know more about Taylor Swift than maybe any person other than her very best friend should? Yes, but here we are. Obviously, I know nothing about her personally. This is just all my own opinion and observation. Obviously, that goes without saying. I was thinking about this when I was driving in the car. Tortured Poets released last week. It's been non-stop. I'm obsessed, as I knew I would be. She could come out with like a track of her snoring and I'd probably be obsessed with it. But I digress. That's not the point. If you're familiar at all, it's all about the like downfall of her relationships with Joe Alwyn and Maddie Healy. And I don't like follow pop culture that closely to like be that deep in, but what I was thinking about was the fact that just from like the very surface level of what we, like barely understand about her and her relationships, is that from the outside perspective, I'm going to stop like giving that caveat because that's obvious. Obviously, I don't have any sort of inside info, but my observation is that her previous relationships with partners have been with people who are more in their feminine energy, male partners in their feminine energy. Because Taylor Swift, her life has so many masculine demands. She has to be super fit. She's so hardworking, like unbelievably hardworking, so unbelievably committed to her craft. That requires so much masculine energy. And I don't think her partners up until Travis Kelce, have been in their masculine energy enough to really support her being in her feminine energy. So I think that now that she's with Travis Kelce, who like just, again, outside observation, is like very secure in his masculinity. We've seen him open the car door for her. We've seen him, grab her hand and put his other hand on top. He just walks in a way that's protective of her. You can tell that he was just raised in a way of how to be a really good, supportive, masculine man. And again, just tiny glimpses that we get into their life, which are hardly any at all. They just show that he is a masculine man supporting her in the very best way. He's supportive, and like anything that he ever has to say about her is like, I love her, she does her thing, whatever, she's the best at what she does. And he's just nothing but supportive and just allows her to just be Taylor Swift. And that's all the feminine energy wants. She just wants to be. And she, like I mentioned, she has so many like career-related masculine obligations in her life. But Travis, our little Travie bear, he just allows her to be, and he is the supportive masculine for her. You can just tell, like, everything. I got it, babe. He gives, I'm planning the dates. He gives, I'm opening that car door. He gives initiative. He gives everything that a masculine man needs to allow Taylor Swift to be in her feminine in a way that I think she probably never has been before in any other relationship. Because I think she is probably a very good example of someone who is unaware of maybe being in her wounded feminine because of how hardworking she is, right? And I would assume that this is just kind of happening without her even being aware of it. Does Taylor Swift know about relationship polarity and feminine versus masculine energy? Who knows? Not I, that's for sure. She certainly hasn't texted me about it anytime recently. I feel so silly making a video about this, about Taylor Swift and Travis Kelce. And yes, like, I'm a fangirl, and yes, I'm a huge Swiftie, and yes, I love seeing them together. But that's not really what this is about. It's just about like a general observation, and their relationship being a very good example of of a woman who is probably, this is my assumption again, I don't know, am I like trying to protect myself from her legal team? I don't know. But my guess is a woman who has been like very much so in her masculine energy, more than feels natural, but is just like how things have been, which, like, how many of us has that happened to? Like, you know, we're not all Taylor Swift, but we're all women who at some point or another have been more in our masculine energy than we ever wanted to, and we didn't realize that that was the thing. And now she's with Travis Kelce, who just lets her be in her feminine energy and is just nothing but supportive, and has, like, he is so innately masculine in his own energy that without either of them even trying, it's just, the polarity is there. I don't know anything. I feel ridiculous saying this, but it was on my mind. I probably won't post this. This is silly, but I was just thinking about it, and it just made me happy to like relate that to like what I do here. So this was a very rambly video. I was not prepared for it whatsoever. I just had the thought and wanted to get it off my mind. Anyways, let me know if any of that, you know, sounded like it resonated with you or anything. I feel like a crazy person, but whatever. This video was a little ridiculous, but I stand by what I said, and I think it just further supports what we already know about how important feminine versus masculine energy is in a relationship, and that an inherently feminine woman needs an inherently masculine man and needs him to show up as such. And I think Travis Kelce does that. So happy for our girl. Thanks for being here. And if you stuck around to the end, that's amazing, because this video was nonsensical, but I'm so glad that you're here. If you want more well put together and more concise thought videos, I do talk on my channel all about feminine energy, masculine energy, the polarity between the two in relationships. But really what I'm most passionate about is helping women live a life that really truly feels good to them. I just am so passionate about women living in their feminine energy despite all the masculine demands in their life, because it is possible. So stick around and subscribe, and we can talk about it. Thanks for being here.